Hello everybody, welcome to Mask Reviews, / Quick Mask Reviews. Really, you could consider this either one. It's going to be a bit longer and I'm going to talk slower and more scripted like this, but it's also going to be a lot more quick and, easy to make, so you can consider it either one. But yes, I will be reviewing the Goose Game multiplayer update. So I played through the entire game with Hayden. We actually beat it very quickly in under an hour, so that was a nice surprise. And I reviewed the original Untitled Goose Game a long time ago, but this is not like that. This is a review of an update, and I just have to say the idea is fantastic. Me and Hayden spent tons of time just playing around, taking things from each other, messing around, walking around, just playing with the game's mechanics, which you originally could do in the game, but it wasn't nearly as fun. And now with multiplayer, it's a very fun experience that just makes your imagination run wild with all the stuff you can do. It's a very polished experience, and they put a lot of effort into this. Me and Hayden were constantly trading roles. One of us was just messing around, and the other was trying to get the stuff done. But eventually, we started working towards it and having more synchronization, and then we were able to beat it really fast, and that was really fun and interesting. So it's a very, very well-made idea, but the implementation is more important, obviously. So what do I think of how it was implemented? Well, I feel like new content would have definitely helped. That's probably my biggest complaint, is that while it's a great idea and it is implemented very well, the lack of new content makes it more boring to play. And I just think that most of the fun comes out of screwing around and seeing how quickly you can finish the game. So there's definitely fun to be had within what already exists within the game, but yeah, no, it's not a very good idea to leave you in this world without any new content whatsoever. The experience, however, is much more enjoyable with two players, I think, because, like I said, it's just a playful, whimsical game, and in single player you do experience that, as it's just a simple, fun, short little game with lots of character and charm. But with two players, that's multiplied exponentially to be one of the most charming and very fun and playful games possible. Just toying around with the game is absolutely brilliant and very fun. When one person knows what they're doing and the other person doesn't, it also makes it a bit more interesting that if both people knew what they were doing or didn't know what they were doing, because you have one person sort of trying to get the thing done and the other person is can either be a challenge or can bring a new idea to the table, so you're constantly at odds with the other player, working together or even against each other, really, to complete your objectives based on how hard you guys are working towards your goal. So that's absolutely fantastic. It's implemented extremely well. It's a very fun update. But like I said, the lack of new content is very, not really disappointing, but just kind of annoying, because it's a bit boring to replay the game just with two players. And I think the first, 2 times you would play with the second player would be perfectly fine, great idea. But if you try doing it more than that, it's probably going to get stale, and I'm sure that they want you to continue playing it with new people since it's only 2-player. And I am definitely going to play it with more people, but I'm worried it'll eventually get stale. So that gives you an incentive to take breaks in between, and that can make it a lot less enjoyable for a short game because it doesn't have immediate replay value, which is also sort of a downside. The music is legitimately the exact same, but the graphics haven't really changed either. However, I'd like to talk about some things that they sort of change. One of those things is what the second player looks like, and the second player looks like normal. He's just one with a red beak instead. So, you know, it makes a lot of sense that you can easily tell them apart, but they don't look wildly different. So it's really, really well designed. Also, at the beginning, the title card, you've seen this in the clips. At the beginning, the title card is Untitled Geese game, which is very clever and adorable. So they had a lot of nice little touches. But the mechanics are really where it started to change. And I've talked about mechanics pretty much this entire time. But really the most important thing is the locking system. And the locking system basically is a way for you to make sure that you're not just going as far away as possible from the other player, which is smart. I mean, a lot of games have this. It's not some revolution, but it's implemented well. It could be tweaked to be a bit less annoying sometimes, and could be tweaked to be based on your objective sometimes. That would definitely help. But yeah, other than that, I think this is a fantastic little update to a fantastic little game. I confidently give it a 4.5 out of 5 masks. It's because it's just so fun and adds a lot of replay value to this already incredible game that I thought was a masterpiece for what it was. And this update just adds to that charm a whole lot more.